Jerome Powell's being sued, and I'm going to tell you by who and why. And yes, the details will make you definitely angry in this episode of Crypto News in a Flash. So VeChain partners with Franklin Templeton, and I know a lot of VeChain fans out there are happy about this. CryptoQuant CEO Ki-Young Ju asserts publicly that Bitcoin cycle theory is dead. So the 4-year cycle of the up and down format that crypto has seen based on Bitcoin's halving cycles is officially over, according to Ki-Young Ju, admitting that his whale-based predictions have failed. He said that institutional adoption is much bigger than he originally thought, stating that we are currently in a new cycle where old long-term whales are selling not to retail, but to new long-term whales. He regrets ignoring this shift with his bull cycle is over claim, apologizing to everyone whose financial investments were impacted by his bad forecasts. It's amazing how many times I've tried telling people this, that this is just the beginning, and I've been argued with left and right that I have no clue what I'm talking about and that the bull run's over. Well, the bull run was clearly not over, as we've had at least 2 market run-ups since January, both with pullbacks and hitting new levels each time. So I was right. The bull run didn't end in January. And now people are finally seeing that this may be the beginning of a slow and steady multi-year climb up while institutional adoption takes place. And the story of the day, Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are both being sued by Azoria Capital for abusing closed-door meetings without a vote. Azoria Capital argues that the Fed's routine use of these closed-door meetings violates the Government in Sunshine Act of 1976, which requires multi-member agencies like the Federal Reserve to hold public sessions unless a valid exemption is invoked. The Fed has allegedly been misusing Exemption 9A of the Sunshine Act, invoking it at every single meeting without even having a proper vote, which James Fishback from Azoria Capital says is illegal. Azoria Capital is seeking a temporary restraining order to force the Fed to open its July 29th and 30th FOMC meeting to the public, claiming that secret Fed deliberations are politically motivated, sustaining high interest rates to undermine President Trump's economic agenda. And just to clarify, the FOMC of the FOMC meeting literally means Federal Open Market Committee, and they only meet 8 times a year. This next meeting would be their 4th of this year. And all 3 meetings prior, they invoked to be closed-door meetings without a vote.
And just to update, I was even wrong. They've already had 4 closed-door meetings this year, so this would be their 5th.
So if they do that this next meeting, this will be their 4th back-to-back closed-door meeting this year, out of only 8. I hope Azoria Capital blocks this, because it's becoming clear that the Federal Reserve is abusing its power. Wealth, love, and authenticity to you all.